Before I make the food, I prepare the ingredients. Add prepared ingredients to boiling water. The delicious food is complete. I taste the food that I made. It tastes like something is lacking. The magic powder appears. Do you use magic powder? Or don't you use it? Kyoto, 1990. To Japanese chemist Takeda Gikuna finds something new in kelp. For major flavors, bitter, salty, sweet, sour, chemist Takeda Gikuna found the fifth taste. You can see that the key to the taste of savory taste is glutamic acid. In 1908, after extracting glutamic acid, stabilize it with salt to make MSG. It's made in the form of a white crystalline powder, and it's called monosodium glutamate. Produce a manufacturing patent and create MSG, which stands for monosodium glutamate. The English Journal of Medicine said Americans eat Chinese food and have side effects.
No! God,
Information
please,
on side effects will be passed on to people.
Nope.
Sarah Roman, culinary historian, said that Asians put strange powder on their food. Sarah Roman said the powder made people sick. This condition was called Chinese restaurant syndrome, when food additives were at the time controversial about carcinogenesis and serious nutrition for health. MSG has become even more popular. In one lab, while giving MSG to mice, side effects of neuropathy and vision loss have occurred, and the results of this experiment, MSG fears have begun to spread rapidly throughout the EU. The rumor began to spread all over the world. In 1973, the Food Additives Committee and the FDA decided on the daily allowance for MSG. MSG is beginning to develop a perception that it is a harmful substance to the body. It turns out after a long experiment, MSG input, 500 times the experimental standard, was the cause of abnormalities. We tested the same standard with salt, and we found more serious results. The lab results say it's a false experiment. Since then, FDA Korea Food and Drug Administration has revealed that it is completely harmless to the human body. Abolishes the daily intake limit. However, MSG's perception is still not good today. It's because it's a chemical condiment. But do you know that glutamic acid, the main ingredient in MSG, comes from nature? Our favorite tomatoes, mackerel, beef, and cheese also have glutamic acid. It's also included in the breast milk that a newborn eats. It's a chemical term, so you'll feel a sense of distance. Today, for osmotic pressure on mackerel, we're going to process it with sodium chloride. Tomorrow, I'm going to eat mackerel mutated by fire. How about you? Do you want to hit me? It's just a mackerel. It's not healthy, is it? It's just prejudice. How do we make MSG, as we know it often? The material is sugarcane. Fermented sugarcane extracts natural glutamic acid. If you neutralize the extracted glutamic acid with salt, MSG is complete. If you put this processed MSG in water, it changes into a state like the glutamic acid in nature. Heat to make broth. The reason to boil is to extract glutamic acid from the ingredients. MSG comes from nature. Recently, a disease caused by excessive sodium intake has become a problem. Use MSG to reduce sodium intake by 50%. There's also a study that shows that it can be reduced. MSG activates the hippocampus to increase memory. Studies have also shown that it can help relieve dementia. MSG, once criticized for being stigmatized as a harmful substance. Many people rejected MSG. It's been marketed not to eat. Bad marketing blinds people who want to eat safer food. If you use MSG, you can mistake for a bad restaurant, bad company, The marketing ignores many consumers